Hey, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down a system that promises to turn your business from a cash-eating monster into a genuine money-making machine.
Okay, let's kick things off with a question that I bet keeps a lot of business owners up at night. Have you ever had a great month, strong sales, happy clients, and then you log into your bank account and crickets? Yeah, it's a super frustrating feeling, but it's also incredibly common.
So this is the exact problem that author Mike Mikulovich really zeroed in on. You have these businesses that look great from the outside, but behind the scenes, they're just devouring cash, leaving the owner with almost nothing to show for all their blood, sweat, and tears.
And this leads us to what we're calling the profit paradox. It's that painful, really confusing gap between the success you see on your financial statements and the actual cash or lack of it in your bank. This really gets to the heart of the paradox, right? On paper, everything looks amazing. Your P&L statement shows growth, clients are thrilled, but in the real world, your bank account is basically empty. It's that awful feeling of being paper rich but cash poor. And this quote just nails that feeling, doesn't it? That sinking feeling. It's the emotional gut punch of the profit paradox. And that is the very problem the Profit First method was designed to eliminate, for good. So how do we fix this? Well, it all comes down to a really simple but kind of radical idea, flipping a 100-year-old accounting formula completely on its head. So check out this shift in thinking. Forever, we've been taught that sales minus expenses equals profit. Profit is the leftover, the remainder. But Profit First says, nope, that's fundamentally backward. Instead, you take your sales, subtract your profit first, and whatever is left over, that's what you have for your expenses. And that's the real genius of this whole thing. This isn't just some clever accounting trick. It's a system that's built to change your actual behavior. It's designed to create order out of that financial chaos by working with our natural human tendencies, not fighting against them. Okay, so how do you actually do this? How do you put this new formula into practice? Well, the secret sauce is a brilliantly simple system using 5 different bank accounts. Seriously, think of it like the envelope system your grandparents might have used for budgeting, but for your entire business. Instead of having one giant, confusing pot of money, you create these 5 dedicated accounts. Just doing that forces you to be disciplined. And boom, you get instant clarity on where your money is really going. So here's the rhythm of it. Every dollar you make goes into one main income account. Then, twice a month, let's say on the 10th and the 25th, you sit down and you allocate that money into the other 4 accounts, based on some percentages we'll talk about. This creates a predictable beat for your finances, and it stops you from just spending money whenever it comes in. So how much do you put in each account? That's where these target allocation percentages, or TAPs, come in. The numbers here are just a starting point, and they change as your company grows. But look what gets prioritized right away. Your own pay and a guaranteed profit from day one. That's a huge shift for most entrepreneurs. Okay, but why does this actually work? I mean, it's just moving money around, right? Well, it's so powerful because it hacks a really fundamental part of our psychology. It all comes down to something called Parkinson's Law. You've probably heard of it in terms of time, right? Work expands to fill the time you give it. Well, guess what? The exact same thing is true for money. Our expenses have this magical ability to grow and eat up whatever cash we have available. If it's there, we will find a way to spend it. So instead of fighting this, the Profit First system actually uses Parkinson's Law to its advantage. By paying yourself your profit first and physically moving that money out of sight, you're basically shrinking the amount of cash that's available for expenses. It's like serving your dinner on a smaller plate to manage your portions. It forces you to be more creative and more efficient with what's left over. And look, this isn't just some nice theory. The results in the real world, they can be absolutely staggering. People who really commit to this system report these incredible, transformative jumps in their actual take-home profit. Okay, so this all sounds pretty great, but let's be real. It's not a magic pill that works for every single business out there. So let's talk about whether Profit First is actually the right fit for you. This system really shines for certain types of businesses. We're talking service-based businesses, consultants, agencies, places with pretty stable revenue. And honestly, if you're an entrepreneur who's always putting themselves last on payday, or you just know you need to build better financial habits, this system was basically made for you. But you gotta be careful. There are a few classic mistakes that can totally wreck the whole system. The biggest one, the absolute cardinal sin,
rating your profit or tax accounts to pay for operating expenses. The moment you do that, the whole system just falls apart. And it's super important to remember, this is a system for managing your cash. It is not a replacement for good, solid accounting.
It's also worth noting that, it might not be the best fit for everybody. Think about those high-growth startups running on venture capital. They're constantly reinvesting every penny. That's a different game. Same for businesses with really long or lumpy cash cycles, like, say, construction, where money comes in big, unpredictable chunks.
And this might be the single most important piece of advice if you're thinking of starting. You have to go slow. Don't try to jump straight to a 10% profit allocation if you're at 0 right now. Seriously, start with just 1%. The whole point is to build the habit, to build that profit muscle. Being consistent is way, way more important than how big that first percentage is. So, at the end of the day, Profit First is really asking you to consider a powerful question. What if profit wasn't just some leftover, something you hoped for at the end of the year? What if it was an intentional, non-negotiable habit baked right into the DNA of your business from the very beginning? I mean, that's a mindset shift that could truly change everything.